Welcome to the Hot Mums Club. This is my first episode, so thank you for joining in with me today. I really appreciate you being here. This channel is for mums that are struggling with looking after themselves, maybe feeling like they're a little bit of a martyr or in a martyr type mindset. The mums that are really wanting to give back to themselves and are feeling really lost and don't know who they are anymore. So if that's not you, maybe move on. This channel might not work. But if you are a mum, you're not feeling great and you're feeling that you are needing some empowerment and to find yourself again, then please stay tuned. So for me, I'm a mum. I have two kids that are at school. They are 10 and 11 years old. I am a single mum. So they have a great relationship with their dad. I'm very, very lucky to be in that position. I know there's lots of mums that aren't. We were together for 13 years. I had two under two. It was hard. Motherhood hasn't always been the easiest journey, that's for sure. But I am who I am today because of it, and I wouldn't take anything back. However, if I could turn back time, one thing that I would 100% change is my mindset around feeling like I need to give everything to be a good mum. Something that I struggled with for a very, very long time. And I know that a lot of women do feel that way because they did in the past. I did. And I talk to mums every day that are feeling the same way. We give everything. We give our body, we give our time, our energy, everything, okay? Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing in and of itself, but quite often we are so burnt out, we give so much, and we're really not getting it back. Now, my hard truth, and that has taken me a really, really long time to learn this, is that nobody's going to save you. Nobody is coming to save you. It's up to you. So for me, I know that I had a lot of resentment towards my partner at the time, feeling like he should be looking after me better, that he should be realizing all the things that I'm doing. He wasn't asking me if I needed a hand with anything because I just took it all in my stride and struggled silently. So that is one thing that if I could go back to my past self, I would say you need to look after yourself. You need to ask for the support if you need it. You need to ask for the help. And really, if it's just a case of feeling like you're not worth it and that everyone else is more important to you, then this is something that you really need to work on. I put together 5 tips that if I could go back in time and talk to myself and start really small. First of all, one thing that I would have taken more time to do, and even if it's just the tiniest little amount of time, is meditation. One thing that I find a lot of us struggle with, and especially as a busy mum, is taking the time to get back into your body and really listening to your intuition, but even if it's just 5 minutes. YouTube have heaps of great free videos you can get on. You can listen to a 10-minute meditation when your kids are asleep, when they're having a nap. Even if when your partner or your husband get home and just go, do you know what? I just need 5 minutes to myself, lock yourself in the bedroom. It does wonders. What you really want to be doing in this is to just come back and ask yourself, okay, what do I need right now? You are constantly give all day, every day, whether it's to your kids, to your job, to your partner. You need to come back to yourself and go, okay, what do I need in this moment? Do a guided meditation. You could just sit and just listen to music if you really want to. But if you struggle with switching off, I would say listen to a guided meditation. There's heaps of them. You can just Google guided meditation. There's so many different topics that you can look at or that might resonate with you. So meditation is a huge one. I actually did a meditation course not too long ago for 6 weeks, and it was the best thing that I ever did. And it was literally just sitting with a group of people in a room for an hour and a half, and we just sat there and we did a guided meditation. The mediator was in the room with us, would sit with us and talk it through, and it was just the best thing. I didn't find meditation until my kids were a fair lot older. And if I could go back and recommend that to myself when I had my a little toddler and a newborn baby, it would have definitely been meditation. Okay, so that's something that I would recommend you try. Number 2, and it seems like it should be obvious, but it's not. And the reason this came to my head is because over the weekend, I was chatting with a relatively, no, I wouldn't say a new mum, like 3 and 5-year-old kids. And we were talking about the fact that she was really feeling like she just didn't have time to do anything. Okay, she was busy. She works. She does all the things. She'd said to me that she barely gets time to have a shower. Okay, because she gets up, she quickly does all the things, she gets the kids ready for daycare and school, and she's out the door. Now, there's no judgment there because I've been there as well. I had those days. I completely get it. Hard truth is, if you don't feel clean, if you don't feel hygienic, you are not going to feel great and you're not going to be able to be the best mum either. I know for myself, if I don't feel good, then I'm projecting that onto the rest of the world and I don't feel like I can be the best person I can be. So even if you just get up a little bit earlier, even if it's just 10 minutes so that you can have a quick shower, wash your hair, do a bit of a mask, beautiful soaps and things like that, body washes. It doesn't have to be expensive either. And I think that's where we get stuck because sometimes you feel like you've got to do all the things and you get overwhelmed and then you just don't do anything at all. So get yourself clean, jump in the shower, do everything that you can to get that shower in first thing in the morning, because even leaving it later on at night, I don't think, in my opinion, is a great idea because you're going through the whole day and you're not feeling good, you're not feeling fresh. And I think as a woman, that's something that we really want to feel. And it's a bit of you time. It is a little bit of you time. How often do we get into the shower and you just feel like you are washing all your worries away? It wakes you up, it's rejuvenating. And like, even if you just go down to the supermarket and get a cheapish bottle of body wash that smells really nice to you, that you love, you will feel a million times better. Absolutely. Because if you don't do it, nobody's coming there and saying, hey, do you want me to watch the kids for you for a little bit while you have a shower? I mean, if you have that, that's great. But most of us don't have that. And I used to feel resentful that I wasn't getting that offer. I wasn't getting that offer of reprieve. And I didn't say anything about it. And if I could go back, I definitely would. Tip number 3, I would say, try and eat at least one good meal a day. Now, I know how hard that can be sometimes because we're busy. Even if you don't have little kids, you get sidetracked. It can be a little bit difficult sometimes to get some good nourishment into your body. Even if it's just one meal a day, protein, veggies, fruit, nourish yourself. If you are not nourishing yourself, you are never ever going to feel 100%. Your energy will struggle, your motivation, your mindset. If you are not nourishing your body, even drinking water, drink water every day as much as you possibly can. And look, I'm a coffee addict. I love Coke Zero. No judgment here because I drink all of that stuff too. Water, good meal. Because for so long, I didn't eat properly either. And I wasn't like looking great at all. So it was just whatever I could possibly get in, I would get in. The resentment because I felt like I had to look after everyone else because I didn't have time. I didn't have time to cook a healthy meal, or if I did, it was just for my kids and then I would just eat the leftovers, or I would make something really quick for myself that was really had no actual good nourishment or anything in it. So take the time, even if it's just making a really nourishing, beautiful soup and then chuck it in the freezer. If you can boil up some eggs or something like that, if you eat them, get a couple of those, pop them in the fridge. There is definitely things that you can do to try and look after yourself better in terms of food. It's all excuses, really, because I was doing it as well. I was making them. And now, if I even have 10 minutes or 15 minutes to myself to whip something up, then I'll do it. And I'll do it for the next day as well, so that I'm not making excuses as to why I can't eat well when I go to work, because I've already made it the night before. So really, really take the time, especially if you're finding that your energy is not great, that you're getting headaches, you're feeling sluggish. I mean, how many of us struggle with our weight, especially after having kids, and everything's changing and it's moving and it's never going to be the way that it was before, which is fine. But again, excuses, because how often do we blame having kids for letting ourselves go? And I'm here to tell you now that, in my opinion, and I did this as well, it's really not a good enough excuse. You can do little things to look after yourself. It's just really going, do you know what? I'm worth it. I can't be the best mum ever if I'm not looking after myself. So nourish your body, mama, nourish your body. Then number 4, I would say is, and it's the age-old tale of moving your body. Get your body moving. Even if it is just a YouTube Pilates video or a little exercise routine, there is no excuse at all not to get on YouTube and look up free exercise videos. If you are stuck in the house with a baby, you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything, get onto YouTube. Find something. You found me on here. You can find a little exercise video. I know not all of us can get out and go for walks. If you can get out and go for a walk, even if it's with the pram. I used to chuck both my kids into the double stroller and we would go for a walk for an hour. You know, I'd have snacks, I would have drink bottles, have milk, all the things, because I knew that if I didn't do it, nobody's offering to take my kids so I can go out. I didn't have the luxury of going out to a gym when my partner at the time was home. I didn't have that option. Could I have? Probably, but I didn't ask for it. If you think that that's something that you might want to do, then make it happen. But again, it doesn't have to be a huge thing. I've even set up in my garage the tiniest little exercise gym, which is literally just a skipping rope, a yoga mat, and free weights. Any opportunity that I can, I go out there. Because I don't love busy gyms, and I don't really like feeling that I am doing exercises and doing things like that in front of people. I just don't like it. It doesn't feel good for me, and I don't go. So I know, for me, doing exercises at home and home workouts is what I need to do. And you can make it happen. There's really no excuse, because if you're moving your body, you're feeling good, you're getting the blood going, find something that you really, really enjoy doing, and I promise you will feel so much better for it. Just do it. Even if you just dance, like chuck on some music. Even if it's a 3 minutes of dancing around the house with your kids or on your own, you will notice a world of difference. And number 5, and I wouldn't say this is the least important, but I would say this is still as important as the rest of them. And that is your mindset and what you're telling yourself and affirmations. What are you saying to yourself? What are you telling yourself in your head? Are you speaking love into your own body, into your mind, into the mirror? We are constantly telling our kids that they're so amazing, that we love them so much. Look at you go. And what are we saying to ourselves? Like, if you really, really look at what are you saying to your own brain? What are you saying to your own body? If you're looking in the mirror, are you speaking words of love, of care, of, positive affirmations? Because if you're not, what are you doing? You're not going to ever feel good about yourself if you are negatively talking to yourself in your own head. So really look at that. Really, really look at that. Now, for me, I don't love journaling. That doesn't suit me. If you love to journal, I would highly recommend sitting down and just making a list of all the things that you tell yourself on a daily basis, because it's really, really interesting and enlightening to see what you're saying. And then how can you switch that? Who do you want to be? How do you want to talk to yourself? Talk to yourself with love and care. The only way that you can really, really feel better and start any kind of a self-love journey, an empowering journey, is to speak those words to yourself. Because again, No one else is doing it. Nobody else is telling us, or well, if they are, then that's great. But most importantly, you need to be telling that to yourself. You need to be speaking the love of, I am beautiful, I am amazing, I am worth it, I am worth taking the time, I am worth cooking good meals for, I am worth drinking lots of water. You need to tell all of that to yourself. Biggest thing that most of us tend to do is talk really negatively to ourselves, especially when you aren't feeling great, which if you're here with me now, then it's highly likely that that's where you're at the moment. What are you saying to yourself? Start speaking those positive affirmations. If you've never done anything like this, Google it, look it up, chat GPT. Can you please help me with some positive affirmations so that I feel better about XYZ? Affirmations for feeling better about my body, positive affirmations for setting boundaries. Whatever you need, there is so many resources to try and figure it out. If you have never done anything like this before, it is something that I promise you, it will change your life. And it doesn't have to be a huge deal. It can just be a couple of minutes each day. Even if you just put a couple of things on post-it notes, like, I am beautiful, because you are. I am beautiful on a post-it note. Stick it somewhere. If you don't want to put it on the fridge where everyone's going to see you, put it on your mirror. Because this is going to make a huge difference to the way that you feel about yourself. And I wanted to finish off with a little quote, because for me, this is really coming back to being the martyr, because I was that. I 100% was. And the definition of a martyr is someone who suffers or sacrifices themselves for a cause they deeply believe in. How many of us are so inground on, we want to be the best mum ever, we love our children, we want to give them the best in the world and make sure that they know how loved and special they are, but at the cost of ourselves. And that's what happens. And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be that you give, and you give nothing back to yourself, because you're never ever going to feel like you have enough. You're constantly giving from a depleted source. And this is why looking after ourselves is so important, and you're worth it.